Okay, I want to thank you for taking the time to look at this little video. I'll introduce myself in a few seconds if you don't already know me. Some of you may, some of you may not. But we're going to be talking about astrophysics a little bit today. I'm not no brainiac or whatnot. I probably got a second grade education. Seriously, people. What I know is what I see on the internet, videos, and I learn that way. I can't spell, I can't read, can't write. Too good. I can barely spell my name. I'm being serious. Been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Right now I got a splitting headache that's about top of my head off. Anyway, what is bipolar? Well, bipolar is when you're fine like I am right now, just talking away and all this other mess, and something crosses you wrong or something happens, you just go off on them. Just get all angry and slam things, throw things, and get all PO'd real quick for no rhyme or reason. It happens. That's what it is. It's something you develop. Either you were born with it, or I don't think you was born. People are born with it, but I think they develop it over a period of time. Me personally, I'm a recovering drug addict. A recovered drug addict, should I say. I never took drugs a day in my life that I knew of. Well, I take that back. Smoked a little bit of marijuana. I'm talking about a little bit. A couple of little joints here and there. Nothing to be worried about. I'm serious. Not even a nickel bag, if you want to call it that. My mother, when she was carrying me, I found out through my oldest sisters. I got two older sisters. My middle sister, not the oldest one, but the one below her, she told me that I was in the hospital for an extra long time recovering from barbiturates that my mother was taking whenever she was pregnant with me. Apparently that has had something to do with my learning, my mental capabilities. I can't remember too much in short term. Long term is a little bit better. There again, I just miss bits and pieces of it. Like a movie that plays over. You only get, when you flash the light, and you only get pieces of the movie. Flash it for a few minutes and only get pieces of it. That's where my memory is. I've learned to live with it, deal with it, and I've lost some friends because of it. I've made a lot of friends because of it. Made a lot of enemies because of it. Back in the 60s, 70s, 80s, early 90s, mid 90s, life was pretty good. I thought. Of course, I've been shoveled from ass in the tea kettle my parents had me at an old age. They wasn't really able to take care of me or keep after me or whatever. So they shoved me off on somebody else. Boo-hoo. Get a life, man. That's what you say, right? Well, no. Shoved off on people, friends and family, because they couldn't take care of me. And they didn't know anything about no boarding houses or anything like that back in them days. I'm the last part of the, come in on the tail end of the baby boomers. So I can be proud of that. That's a big thing, being a baby boomer. But anyway, I take medicine for it every day. I've just been diagnosed with it actually 2012. I was diagnosed with it because I couldn't afford no doctors or anything. Nobody knew anything that was the problem with me. Learning disability or reading and writing or mental disability or way I conduct myself in classes or anything. Nobody cared. I thought I was stupid. I thought I was lazy. Well, that wasn't the case. I can learn just fine. It takes me an extra long time to learn anything, though. A really long time to remember anything like that. So if you tell me your name or phone number or whatever, if I don't write it down, chances are I won't remember it. Even if you tell it 20 times or whatever, I won't remember it. It's the way it is. It's hurt me in my life, and I'm speaking out now because everybody else that has bipolar or some kind of mental problem, I think they might be able to get something out of this. The place I go to is a Newton Mental Health place over here. My computer is a little bit acting up on me, so bear with me. It freezes up on me, so bear with me. They call it a specific name, but I can't remember what the name of it is. It's Newton County over here in Newton, Georgia. Newton County, Georgia. I go there for anger management class. I check myself in. One time I was court ordered to do it, but I didn't know I was court ordered to do it because I've never been to a court in my life except for a couple times for speeding tickets. And that's another thing I will talk about later on in other videos, because that's there. The way the system is, the way the system works is not good. At least it wasn't back then. It's probably worse now. But getting back to my problem here, and probably your problem, I've got a woman I've been living with for well over 10 years. I'm married to her, been married to her for well over 10 years. And she's helped me a lot in my reading and whatnot. I got a program on the computer that if I want to read something, I just highlight it, copy it, and paste it onto the little deal there, and it reads it to me. It's called Read Me Please. Read Please, or Read Me something or other. Read Please, something like that. I can't afford that new thing they come out with, that dragon. I like to have that. I can't do that. I can barely afford toilet paper. The system is not no good. Been trying to get disability, and disability says I'm disabled, but I'm not disabled enough. There he goes, freezing up on me again. Okay, we'll see if it took place. The freezing up recording part. Anyway, I say I'm disabled, but I'm not disabled enough. The adjudicator, what do you call it? Adjudicator. Never heard of that before. Adjudicator. KJ. That's another of my problems. I get my letters and all mixed up when I try to read something. I can't read with a flip. J, there I go again. KJ, I'll spell this out. INGRAM. I think it's Ingram. Ingram. I don't know, something like that maybe. It's supposed to be the adjudicator. Adjudicator, whatever those things are. Went to have tests done. Okay, they do that. They test you, your mental and capabilities. Give you a little mathematical test and a little spelling test, a little small reading test, and you read what you can and what you can't. They mark it off as not sufficient or whatever. I don't know how that works. Give you some blocks to play with. I like playing with blocks. I like playing with those little blocks. Had to match the colors up and whatnot. And that's all. That's all of the test. Ask me, that ain't sufficient enough. That ain't sufficient enough to tell you whether you're disabled, if you ask me. Okay, so I left that little area there. Had to sit in the office and wait for the man, KJ, whatever his name is. I had to wait on him. And as I was waiting on him, talking to him, I got to see him and everything. Sat down and talked to him. He gave me 4 numbers to remember, or 4 letters or whatever, four something rather. Remember. I remember that part. And I had to sit there and remember it. He gave me time to think about it, to recall it later on, because he was going to ask it to me again later after the interview. So anyway, I told him I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. They said, were you diagnosed with bipolar disorder? I told him over at the Newton clinic over there. They said, yeah, everybody comes out of there is diagnosed with bipolar. Now, this is a fact. This is what he said. He said, everybody that comes out of there is diagnosed with bipolar. He said that if I was to go in there and come out of there, I'd be diagnosed with bipolar. He said if that chair was to go and come out, it would be diagnosed with bipolar. He asked me, that man is a stupid son of a bitch. He don't know where his ass from the hole in the ground. So I'm making this video for all you weary berries out there to beware of this KJ Ingram fella. Ingram, beware of him, because he don't know his ass from a hole in the ground. He asked me what my hobbies were. It's maybe a 5-minute interview, and that was it. That was it. They judged that as a sufficient test of deciding whether or not you're being diagnosed with what it is you're diagnosed with. The Social Security Administration ain't worth a shit. Pardon my French. I'm going to get into a little bit of politics here now, so bear with me. It ain't worth a flip. They don't care about you. Seriously. They don't care if you get it or not. Actually, they don't. They'd rather you didn't get it. They try not to give it to you. And I don't know if it's this damn Obama shit going through that's making it happen or what. But somebody needs to kick his ass, get him out of the office. He ain't got no business in there in the first place. But that's me. I hate him. I wish the hell he'd die. Somebody else get in there that knows what the hell they're doing. That's just me. Okay? Personally, this Ingram fella, if you got the little form that they send you, it looks like that. Okay, that's what it looks like. It gives you the case number and all this other shit, exam date and everything, or whatever. Be wary of it when you get it. And your physical exam, you got to take a physical exam too. I had to go over here to Covington over here, Conyers, and had my physical done. And they patted me on the back and told me to touch my knees, touch my toes and whatnot if I could. And give me an eye exam, and that was it on that. Of course, it was the second time I had to go in there on that, because the first time I got a bad problem with my back. I got spinal problem with my lower back, ruptured disc or fractured disc or something. It sometimes gives me problems. But they found that out, and they didn't x-ray me the second time around. When I peeled it, I had to go back and have all this stuff done again, because they denied me. But beware, Social Security Administration, whoever it is that's conducting this for you on your behalf or whatever, it's not on your behalf, it's for the system. Okay, they could care less whether you get help or not. That's a fact. So I'm just making this little video for all you berries out there and whatnot. If you're diagnosed with schizophrenia or whatever it is, you can't, agoraphobia, where you can't go outside or whatever, or you're scared of spiders, or you can't look at yourself in a mirror, you can't pass in front of a mirror or whatever you're diagnosed with, whatever you have a problem with, be careful, because you need to get yourself a really good lawyer. Oh, another thing, my lawyer, before I hang up here on this red video, my lawyer is Levan and Needleberg out of Florida. Those are some sorry people too. I haven't heard anything from them. I'm always having to call them. They don't care about you either. They say when you call, well, we're trying to get all this stuff together. They don't ask how you're doing or whatever. They don't care about you. They do everything over the internet because they're too lazy to send somebody out. There's another one. Here's a little card there. I don't know if you can see it. Levan and Needleburg, the phone number's right there. They're out of Florida, Jacksonville or somewhere down there in Florida. Don't get them either. Get somebody else. I wish I never got them. I'm displeased with the way they act. But anyway, that's just me too. I'm displeased with my own life, but I can't do anything about it the way it is. There's just all you worry berries out there. Beware of the Social Security people or disability people. I just want to throw this video out there to you. If you're diagnosed with any kind of problem, like I am diagnosed with bipolar, I have a problem. I know I've got a problem now. I really didn't know I really had a problem until here recently. And I'm just always flying off the handle. And it's actually getting worse and worse. And seriously, it's really getting to a point where I'm scaring myself. So beware and just take care of yourself and do what you're supposed to do. If you get diagnosed with something and you use medication, they diagnose you with the medication, take the medication and everything like you're supposed to take it. 2 times a day, 4 times a day, 50 times a day, 100 times a day, whatever it is they tell you to do, make sure you do it. If you have any kind of problems, talk to your caseworker or whatever. I want to thank you. My name is Michael Anthony Campbell. I told you I'd introduce myself. I'm sorry about doing it at the very last of the video. But the way it is. I can't keep a job. I can't read and write. I was a truck driver for many years, driving for different companies because they'd fire me because I couldn't do the logs. Truck drivers have to keep up their log books. I can't remember to write down my logs. Where I stop, you got to write it down. When you start, you got to write it down. Stop, start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. Every time you got to mark it. I couldn't remember to do that, so my logbooks always got messed up. Plus, I can't spell the words that the cities and everything. I'm getting tired. I got tired. I got fined and everything. DOT fined me and all kinds of money and whatnot. Logbook violations. I just got fed up with it. Give it up. So I love driving a truck, but it wasn't in the cards. Getting mad at your boss, whatever that has a lot to do with it. The reason why I took up driving a truck because I was my own boss. I didn't have to listen to nobody. Except every once in a while, I can do that pretty much. Talk to them on the phone. But that's the way life is there. Thank you for taking the time to look at this little video. All you berry carriers and worry warts and everything, be careful about Social Security disability people. Thank you.